Greetings to everyone, blessings to all. I, Brother Salisbury Reke, would like to take this time once again to welcome you to the hour of breakthrough, where miracles happen to them that believe. It is a privilege and a joy to come into your life and into your home week by week with a message that will strengthen, encourage, and challenge you. Because the truth is this: breakthrough does not happen accidentally. Breakthrough happens when faith, obedience, and divine timing intersect. And today we are going to talk about a reality that every believer must eventually face: pressure, and how God transformed pressure into purpose. Life has a way of applying pressure. Pressure in your finances, pressure in your relationships, pressure in leadership, pressure in your calling. Sometimes pressure comes from circumstance. Sometimes pressure comes from people. Sometimes pressure comes from expectations. And sometimes pressure comes from God Himself. But pressure is not always punishment. Sometimes pressure is preparation. Sometimes pressure is the process God uses to move you from where you are to where you were designed to be. Today's message speaks directly to that moment. The moment when pressure begins to reveal purpose. Now let us dive into the Word. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose." Once again, Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose." Today I would like to speak on this particular subject matter: from pressure to purpose. From pressure to purpose. The Apostle Paul writes in Romans that all things work together for good, not some things, not the pleasant things, not only the comfortable things, all things. That includes pressure. Pressure is uncomfortable. Pressure stretches faith. Pressure reveals weakness, but pressure also exposes calling. A diamond is created under pressure. Steel is strengthened under heat and pressure. Even birth is itself happens under pressure. Purpose is often delivered through pressure. The problem is that many people try to escape the very pressure that God is using to shape them. We pray for purpose but resist the process. We ask God for calling but reject the refining. We want destiny but avoid development. But pressure is often the instrument God uses to reveal purpose. Let us understand something foundational. Pressure is not always opposition. Sometimes pressure is divine shaping. God allows pressure because pressure reveals capacity. Pressure reveals character. Pressure reveals commitment. When pressure comes, it exposes what is truly inside of us. Just like squeezing an orange reveals orange juice, pressure reveals the true contents of a person. If bitterness comes out, it was already there. If faith comes out, it was already there. Pressure reveals the authenticity, and God uses pressure to shape purpose. Some of you listening today are under pressure. You feel stretched. You feel overwhelmed. You feel like the weight is too much. But what if the pressure is not destruction? What if the pressure is direction? What if God is using pressure to move you into your purpose? Sometimes the very thing you are trying to escape is the thing God is using to elevate you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been pushed into something you never expected? Have you ever been forced into responsibility that you did not plan for? Have you ever been placed in a situation that demanded more of you than you believe you could give? Pressure often introduces us to the version of ourselves that God already sees. For example, David was anointed king as a young shepherd, but he did not immediately become king. Instead, he experienced years of pressure. He faced Goliath. He faced jealousy from Saul. He faced betrayal. He lived in caves. He ran for his life. Pressure followed him everywhere. But that pressure developed the king inside of him. The caves prepared him for the crown. Historically, Frederick Douglass was born into slavery. The pressure of oppression could have crushed him, but the pressure forged purpose. Through learning to read and write, he discovered the power of knowledge. He became one of the greatest voices for freedom and human dignity. Pressure produced purpose. Once again, in the life of Nelson Mandela, spent 27 years in prison, 27 years of confinement, 27 years of pressure, but prison refined his leadership. When he emerged, he carried not revenge, but reconciliation. Pressure produced purpose once again. I once observed someone placed under extraordinary pressure at work. Deadlines, expectations, criticism, it seemed unbearable. But that pressure forced them to grow, to adapt, to sharpen their abilities. Within a few years, they were leading the very department that once pressured them. Pressure revealed their purpose. Here is the revelation. Pressure is often the birthplace of purpose. God uses difficulty to develop destiny. Without pressure, potential remains dormant. Without challenge, growth stagnates. Without testing, faith remains theoretical. Pressure activates purpose. You may feel overwhelmed right now, but what if God is not crushing you? What if He is shaping you? What if the pressure is forming the leader, the teacher, the visionary, the servant God called you to become? Aspire to see pressure differently. Do not view pressure only as pain, view pressure as preparation. Ask not only why is this happening, ask what is this producing in me. Picture this. The pressure you are experiencing today becomes the testimony you share tomorrow. The struggle you face now becomes the wisdom you carry later. The difficulty you endure becomes the platform you stand on. Pressure becomes purpose. Here's the prophetic insight. James 1:3-4 says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith works patience, but let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Trials produce maturity. Pressure produces preparation. Here are 5 practical guidance points to help you move from pressure to purpose. Number 1, do not run from pressure. Examine what it is producing. Number 2, seek God's perspective in difficult seasons. Number 3, strengthen your spiritual foundation during purpose, during pressure. Strengthen your spiritual foundation during pressure. Number 4, surround yourself with wisdom and counsel. Number 5, develop discipline and resilience. Number 6, learn from every challenge. Number 7, trust that God is shaping purpose through pressure. If you are under pressure today, do not lose heart. Pressure does not mean you are failing. Pressure may mean you are being formed. Do not abandon the process. Do not walk away from development. Do not let temporary pressure cause permanent regret. God is moving you from pressure to purpose. In closing, and remember, your breakthrough is closer than you think. It is a need to pray. It is a step of faith. It is a walk away just for you. Until next time till we meet again, may God continue to be with you. And then before you go, let me pray with you for our benediction prayer. Numbers 6:24-26 and says, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you. The Lord be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.